let's talk about a new Extreme Z battle. This is the kind where you get stones and Kais and all the good stuff. I'm so excited!
What's an Extreme Z battle?
Yeah, so back before the 5-year anniversary, we used to get these really cool things that were kind of like Extreme Z areas, but you didn't have to spend stamina on running through them the first time, and you got an orb for every stage you cleared, and you had to clear 30 stages in order to get all the medals you need to awaken the characters. So what it was a huge influx of free stones, not to mention you get color type Kais as well. These things were amazing, man. I understand that you don't recognize them. They are a rare breed these days.
Yeah, indeed. Can't wait. I can't wait for it, honestly.
So your category is going to be Dragon Ball Seekers. I honestly haven't looked at this yet, so Dragon Ball Seekers, that doesn't really fit into the storyline of this unit at all. I don't think the Dragon Balls were a part of the Super 17 saga, were they?
Well, they were still.
No,
they hadn't.
17 was he was like kind of in between the Dragon Ball.
They hadn't found the last one
happening,
yet. Had they found the last one at that point?
Because
if they hadn't found the. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, and then 17 and all that just shows up out of nowhere, and then it's just instantly Shadow Dragons. Here they are.
Yeah, because I suppose at this point we'd kind of moved on from the whole Pan, Trunks, and Goku thing, and it was more getting focused more on Goku again by this point, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it's only first 20 episodes of GT, which was the whole space adventure.
The worst part of GT.
When we were trying to be OG Dragon Ball and it didn't work.
Oh god.
Okay, so
they had a good unit though. They're a great leader for this category as well.
So ideally what you want to do here, guys, is not use any extreme type units, and you don't want to use any strength units. So it's really not as restrictive as some of the bonuses that we've had. So you definitely have some options here. This as far as a leader skill, if you have the GT trio, they're your best bet. Otherwise, you can use, I believe, Goku and Arale are the best one at 77%. Yep. So there's your free-to-play lead right there. But basically, you can go through and use a ton of different units. Again, you want to avoid extreme units. So there are no tech LRs, but we do have some tech units here. So those will be useful. But overall, I don't think it's a horribly designed category for this event. I just don't understand why it's this category.
I've heard from people that done the Japanese one. They said it's pretty easy. It's like,
I posted a team for you. It's mostly extreme tech because it seems to work. Like, it's got damage reduction against extreme tech types, but they just seem to like melt his health anyway. Like, I don't know what it is like with the event. It was just really too easy.
All too easy.
I'll take the stones.
Okay, there it is. I was looking for the team that you posted.
Yeah,
so
the Demon King Piccolo is reversed since I just got a dupe for him. The Slug, obviously, we don't have the EZA angle.
We don't have the EZA yet, no.
Yeah, and the same for the Frieza on the end. But yeah, you could easily replace those two with something else, or you could just use them as they are with like their normal awakenings, I'm sure.
And I'm relatively sure that if you were to just make like a super tech team with some decent units, you could probably, force your way through it without too much of an issue.
Yep.
So
well, let's actually give it a go.
He's like, okay, I'll test this. So, but yeah, guys, so just to come down here, recap the rewards that you get for completing this. You get obviously all the medals. You get 5,200 small, 4,000 medium, and 360 large potential orbs. You get 11 of the agility Kais and 30 dragon stones. And then in missions, you would get another 4 stones.
That's enough. That's enough orbs to take them from 0% to rainbow, isn't it?
It's pretty dang close, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
So you might need a couple more mediums, but yeah, it's like 95% of what you need to rainbow a unit.
Cool. I need those AGL orbs.
See, I'm hurting on like physical and int. I've got a ton of AGL.
I'm hunting on every single one of them.
Right? It's like everybody's talking about, I have billions of orbs. Well, yeah, but you're also not like investing into most of your characters, and you're only picking like a handful to do it with. And it's like, I want to be able to just be like, hey, you random character from episode 493, I want you on my team. Oh, look, you're rainbowed. Let's go.
Yeah, it's like I do silly things just for videos, like invest in a character just for that video. I used 800 gacha coins just to buy 2 dupes so that when I raced Nolar, I had more of a chance. It's like,
oh man.
Greg, thank you. That's a lot of subs.
What just happened? Drake, you the man.
Oh, what?
You the man, Dreg. I don't know what we're saying.
Yep, we got 5. Nice. And he gave out 25 emotes to people on Twitch. This is why you should be hanging out on Twitch. Get free stuff from all the people that are super nice.
Free emotes, and they're K-pop emotes, guys.
Ooh, K-pop. Alright, so let's jump in and talk about what they did to this unit. His leader skill is now Extreme Agility type, Key 3 stats 130%, and Super Agility type Key 3 stats 90%. Super Attack greatly raises attack and defense by by how much? By 50% for 1 turn, and causes immense damage to the enemy and greatly lowers defense. His passive, they really surprised me with his passive because they didn't really give him much in the way of defense. Actually, they didn't give him any defense, which is what I thought they were going to do with him. Instead, they doubled down on his damage reduction. So he still receives 40% reduced damage. He has Key +1 up to +3, attack +30% up to 150%, and damage received -6% up to 30% with each attack received. Target Goku category allies chance of performing a critical hit +17%. Link skills are Android Assault, Fear and Faith, Fused Fighter, Nightmare, GT, Shocking Speed, and Fierce Battle. Categories are Androids, Artificial Life Forms, Target Goku, Inhuman Deeds, and Power Absorption. JMO, how you feeling about this guy?
First and foremost, I just want to say it's about time. Like, it's been way overdue since we had an actual Extreme Z battle, and I've actually been wanting this one for a while now, to be fair. Like, I don't use him as much, but mine's been rainbowed for a minute, so I'm definitely happy that we're finally getting his rightfully deserved EZA after X amount of months of going without one. But no, he's really, really good. Definitely, you know, with EZAs like this, especially with most of the 120 leads, they just get like such a drastic buff that it's always nice to try to figure out how you're going to utilize them again. So I'm excited. I just hope that at some point when I get like new units, like, you know, LR cells, for example, because I don't have either of the LRs, maybe I try him on an Android's team. But for now, I just mainly run like heroes stuff. So I definitely want to try to start using more extreme units, but when things like this come around, it definitely makes me a little bit more excited. So I'm interested to see what I would do for, you know, as far as team builds are concerned for this unit. But definitely going to try him first and foremost on artificial life forms, because I think that's like the only category for him that he's on that I actually have. So we'll see though.
I'm really excited to use him on Target Goku. Since I have 13 at, you know, with no dupes or anything, but I'm really interested in giving that extra crit to that entire team. You know, speaking of Target Goku, it feels like this is probably the first time I've ever been excited to try something with Target Goku category.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Not only that, I've been actually working on his links in preparation for this, and obviously I've been using Android 13 as a leader, and I have been noticing you're now starting to see Android 13s on the friends list, so it might actually be a bit of fun to use Target Goku.
Absolutely. So, question for you, Hazing. You've been talking a lot about the power of support units. Now, this guy is absolutely a support unit, but not in the key support sense. How do you feel about that?
I think he's well. I wouldn't say he's both, isn't he? I mean, he's an attack unit and he's a support unit because he does a decent amount of damage as well. I think he kind of falls into the same category as the West Supreme Kai. The fact that there's not many characters that give a crit percentage lift to the rest of the team, and it's something that I think's. Well, I suppose if there's not many characters that do it, you can call it unique. So it's good. I like it. I'd love at some point they could introduce a character that could give the rest of the team an increased chance to dodge or something like that as well. Just adding something different from just attack and defense, I think, would be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm actually really happy with the fact that they're doing more than just here, have some attack, have some defense, have some key. I think getting variety like that is definitely going to be a good thing for the game.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. I mean, that's what they need to do when a game's coming up for 6 years old. The fact that they can still at least try. They're not exactly reinventing the wheel, but they're trying to do something different and adding in different mechanics that can maybe switch up how you build your teams and stuff like that. I think it's always a good idea.
And then Tystra, how do you feel about them just doubling down on his damage reduction instead of giving him proper defense?
Well, I mean, like, even with the double down of the damage reduction, it's still going to do fairly well when it comes, like, to defending. I think, to be honest, like, I don't mind it. I dig the fact that they're doing the damage reduction, regardless. In some way, it is still defense. So, I'm okay with that. I'm happy they finally actually brought a freaking EZA over to freaking global, because I've been sitting here just beating my dick waiting for one. So
I mean, that has nothing to do with waiting for things with global.
EZA
We all know it.
You've got some stamina on you if you've been doing that all the time. You've been waiting for an EZA on global, my guy.
Let me just say it's been a long 4 months.
I've been waiting for Kale Caulifla and it's still not coming. So.
Wait a minute, you're talking about beating it? And it's
No, we're talking about the event. We're talking about the event. Careful of your innuendos. About to get demonetized.
I'll be in your endo.
I'm sure.
I was thinking about that as well.
What do you call an Italian suppository?
Pizza?
No, an innuendo. I'll take this and stick it right in innuendo. I'm sorry for all Italian peoples. I apologize. I'm a horrible human being. Anyway, so I want to bring up one little thing about this unit that some people seem to be talking about, and that's the fact that he's not on Fused Fighter. Or Fusion. He's not on the Fusion category, but he has Fused Fighter as a link. How do you guys feel about that?
He doesn't fuse with it. He doesn't fuse with another character. He fuses with himself.
But Hellfighter 17 and Super 17 and regular 17 are not the same person.
But, yeah.
They're two individuals. One's a recreation of the other one. Okay, I'm done.
I was going to say, why are you putting on the voice of an angry kid behind the keyboard? I don't care what you're saying.
Because I think it's a ridiculous argument, but I'm still gonna bring it up because to show fairness to both sides of the argument, even though I think one side is completely ridiculous. I still think that the fusion category is reserved strictly for the fusion dance, regardless of whether or not people think the wiki explanation is official or not. I think if you just look at the category, the only characters that are in there are ones that fuse with the dance. Even the EX fusion characters from Dragon Ball Fusions, yes, they have some bracelet that allows them to do it, but they still have to perform the dance.
I think the wording that Dokkan uses is really bad though. If you look at Legends has the fusions together, whether it's Vegito, whether it's Gogeta, and they've got them as like Fuse Fighters or something like that, I think it's their category's name. I think what the actual Dokkan name of the category should have been was Fusion Dance category, because Patara Fusion is still a fusion. I think they should have actually called it Fusion Dance category or something like that, because fusion, I mean, you could have the argument that a Patara Fusion is still a fusion. I mean, I'm not trying to get technical, I'm not trying to be that kid behind a keyboard, it's just simple as adding a word. They could have just called it the Fusion Dance category, and then that would have been that. There would have been no confusion about what is a fusion, because technically I mean, although it's an absorption, you could call Android 13 a fusion technically, because he becomes Super Android 13 when he absorbs or fuses with 14 and 15, you know. But I guess that's what's different between a mechanical fusion and a genetic fusion. No, you know what I mean? Like two actual living organisms fusing as opposed to machines fusing.
Well, I mean, like, if we really want to get down and get technical about it, then every Piccolo post Namek Saga should be a fusion character. Every Goku post Saiyan Saga should be a resurrected warrior.
Well, it should be.
No.
When you think about it technically.
You know.
Well, yeah, you can go by a technical stance, but at the same time, it's not the same thing.
You don't stop being resurrected unless you die again.
That's true.
You know
what I think?
What?
I think they can resurrect these nuts.
I just like the category system. I think we've all kind of gone on our own tirades, either on this show or on our own personal things, about how there's a lot of stuff about the category system that doesn't make sense. The fused fighter thing, or the fusions thing with 17, is not a hill that I'm gonna die on. It's not. I just wanted to bring it up.
My question is to the people that want him to be on Fusion. Would you actually run him on Fusion? Because I don't think so.
I would.
Who's he going to link? Who's he going to link with?
Links are terrible.
He's going to link with SS4 Gogeta.
But
There's a lot of things that'll link with SSJ.
See, while we're on GT, can we all agree that we should just get a character that has a GT lead? Like, I would really like just a GT league, because I was looking at GT teams today and you could do some really fun combinations, but none of them have got the right leader skill to actually go together the way you'd want them to. And I hope at one point they do just go, here you go, here's your first character, maybe a super, maybe an extreme. Both of them have GT as the lead, and then just add GT as a character to all of these characters.
The only problem is the Shadow Dragon Saga category. It will completely make it useless.
Well, no, because it'll still be, you still would be restricted to the Shadow Dragon Saga for things like Super Battle Road, just because there's a GT category, unless that character is in the Shadow Dragon Saga, would not affect the team building for that particular event. But the thing is, if they do that, it sets a precedent, because you have the Dragon Ball GT category. How powerful is the Dragon Ball Z category going to be? How powerful is the Dragon Ball Super category going to be? Take Reps of Universe 7, Reps of Universe 7, Reps of Universe 6, or Universe 6. Take your entire Tournament of Power. Take Future Saga from like the Goku Black characters, the Goku Black arcs, all under one leader skill. I mean, at this point, you might as well just have your leader skills come out as all types, because there's so much crossover between the categories.
Well, fair enough, even break it down a bit then. Give us a Black Star Dragon Ball Saga, give us a Baby Saga, do you know what I mean? Because, like, if you try and take the GT trio, they don't really lead any GT categories, because the Dragon Ball Seekers category, there's not that many GT characters in it. I mean, there's what? Giru?
Yep. It's them and Giru, basically.
Giru.
So...
do you know what I mean? Just even give us a bit more that we can do with the GT characters that aren't the Shadow Dragons, because you can build the Shadow Dragons, no bother at all. But the rest of them, give us something that we can put them all on a team together if we want to. Yeah, I know they might not all link as well, but just give us an option to do something with some of the characters, because I was looking at the teams today and I wanted to just build a GT team to go and try and take on like an event or Infinite Dragon Ball history, and apart from the Shadow Dragons, you can't really do it.
I agree with you. I mean, I do want to see more. This is why the category system as it stands right now really irritates me, because there's enough quantifiable, like easily quantifiable things that you could make into categories. Like, you can make each individual saga, like they've kind of sort of been doing, but they haven't finished up. But you can make each individual saga its own category. You could break it down even further and do Dragon Ball Z heroes or Dragon Ball Z villains as a category with its own category lead. Stuff that you can't dispute why a unit is in that block. Instead, we've got Battle of Wits. We've got Diabolical Villains, or whatever the crap it's called. You've got
Inhuman Deeds.
Yeah, Inhuman Deeds. You've got, all these things that's like, you look at the name of the category, you look at the units in there, and you're like, okay, so I kind of understand why some of these people are here, but why are some of the other ones here?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Also, small update. Super 17 says no to your Super Tech team. Everybody gets hit for 100k on a normal attack.
Oh, he's sitting there running the teams. I forgot he was doing that.
So don't run
like
Super
4 or 5
Tech.
attempts.
All right. Let's see here. So getting back to 17 here, do we have any other thoughts about this unit or about EZAs in general that we want to share before we move on to the next bit?
Let's hope that
More,
Global.
please.
Let's hope. That's what I was about to say. I think Global might be about to get spoiled. I think we might get Super 17, and then in a week's time, when we find out what we're going to get for the thank you celebration, I think we might see another EZA in there. So I think we might get 2 in quite a short space of time between each other.
Yeah, I think we'll see Broly next, and then in December we'll see Kale and Caulifla, and then shortly after that, I believe that we get Topo and Dispo as well.
December would make sense for Kale and Caulifla because obviously the LR released last year in December, so that would make sense. Give us a bit of a theme. Plus Jiren's coming out, so we might get a Tournament of Power theme thing going on.
I think December is going to be Jiren and the Blue Boys. Like, it's going to be a Tournament of Power month for us.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So
That would make sense. Maybe a new Infinite Dragon Ball History stage. See what happens there. Because we don't have one. We've just got Universe 6, don't we? We don't actually have like a dedicated Tournament of Power Infinite Dragon Ball History stage.
no, I don't think we do.
No, we've only got the Universe 6, yeah.
Mind you, we don't even have a Planet Namek one either, so we could be waiting a while for anything.
What is up, my dudes? If you like this clip, be sure to check out the full episode down below in the description. Also in the description below, you can find all of our panelists on Twitch, YouTube, and various social media. Be sure to like and subscribe and ring that bell so that you know when the GGP puts up some freshly squeezed content.